Hello, good morning, everybody. Honestly, the story that woke me up was why I am back here this morning. I hope you guys can hear me. You guys know how I feel about healthcare in Nigeria. You guys know how I have been lamenting about the state of healthcare in Nigeria. Maybe I've not been saying it enough. Obviously, I when I do those Gbagada videos, one of the major advice I've been giving people is like, be very careful when you're going back. Healthcare. You might be leaving diaspora to go back home to Nigeria, and then you might just develop something, then you might just develop some unexpected health issues. Or in this case of this video that I'm going to be sharing with you from Very Dark Man, in this case where there's an accident, don't get me wrong, accident can happen at any time. You can't control what's going to happen in your next 2 seconds. You can't control if as you are driving, yes, you might be a safe driver, but you don't know about the other road users. You don't know about other drivers that are on that road. You don't know if their brain, if their head set. You don't know if they've used something. Also, my husband often said to me that, come, when you're driving, just know for yourself that you are the only safe driver. Just know yourself that you are the one you are the only one whose head is correct, because other people who are driving on the road, you can't ascertain their state of mind while they're on the road driving. So you guys know, like I was like I said earlier on, that I've been going on about healthcare in Nigeria, and there was a video I shared a few days ago where accident victims were brought in by a man to an hospital in Abuja, only for the medical staff or the staff there to be acting nonchalantly. They were moving as if they were not in a hurry. It's meant to be an A&E department where you would thought that, oh, an accident victim has been brought in, that they will rush in and try and save that person, but they were so slow to an extent that somebody was like, one of them was saying that, oh, there's no glove. We even saw a guy sitting at the desk. Only God knows what that one is doing. It's just so crazy how human lives means nothing to us in Nigeria. And am I surprised? Hell no, I'm not surprised, because our government don't even care. Our government are much interested in safeguarding cow, safeguarding meat. That is what our government care about. If our government cares, like, guys, I'm in a very bad emotional state this morning when I saw that video from Very Dark Man, and I'm sure I saw that video last night. I'm on a few Telegram pages, and I saw a lot of video of accident victims being brought in. At some point, there was a lady on the floor. She was starting to breathe. I mean, she was starting to have like a seesaw breathing. When I say seesaw breathing, she was starting to use her abdominal muscles to breathe. I could just tell that she was going to pass away at any moment. She was still, no, she was talking people, and there was another man on the floor beside her. People were like, stay with us, don't die. Please stay with us, don't buy. Please stay with us, don't buy. And I'm like, why are you people saying, please stay with us, don't buy? Where are the doctors? Like, I saw those videos that was sent. There's a group on Telegram that I follow, and they sent those images last night. And I was just like, from the 6 people that were brought in, and from that video, you could actually see 3 of them with their lives slowly leaving their body. Like I told you about the lady there, the lady was not, she was still moving, saying, help me. She was still moving, saying, help me. And you could see she was drenched in blood, and you could see the way she was breathing. I could just tell with him that she was going to lose, she was going to die. And yes, she died, because I saw the caption saying that the lady eventually died, and the other guy beside her, I think that one passed away shortly after they brought him in. So it was like, even when you try to rescue accident victims and you take them to hospitals, the members of staff there do not care. It is an hospital for a freaking sake. Now, this hospital that's been called in this particular story is allegedly Gbagada Hospital. Guys, I know I'm talking too much, but I just have to let you guys know. I need to get this out of my mind, because it's so annoying, it's so troubling that accident would happen in Nigeria. And like I said, we can't control what could happen in any second, especially when you're driving on a motorway, on express and stuff. Your car could have an issue at an instant. Somebody else might just be driving madly. So what happens to, you see accident victims on a very busy, popular express road, and you saw some people stopping and you were not able to help? At some point, people even stopped, and they were actually trying to hail down other vehicles to help them take some of these accident victims. In fact, according to the story that Very Dark Man shared, it says some people might have fell into that river. So the ones on the surface, like let's what Very Dark Man, because it's really really terrifying. And it was like, wait, in fact, you guys will hear from him. Guys, please like this live. I'm just going to play this video and then we'll get out of here. Okay.
You see this country we are living in now. As you are praying to whatever God you believe in, that you go out every day and come back home safely. Please do not forget to pray to whatever God you believe in, that Nigeria does not happen to you. Then go further to pray that Nigerians does not happen to you. These are prayers that you should add to your daily prayers. I swear to God, if Nigeria happened to you, I'm going to show you a scene of an accident that happened just yesterday on Third Mainland Bridge that claimed the life of a lot of people. But the heartbreaking thing of this whole thing is not the accident, because we don't have control of what will happen in the next minute. But what happened after the accident is what is heartbreaking. Now, this is a scene of the accident. Now, if you notice from this video I'm showing you, you'll notice that there's a hilux on the pavement, almost falling into the water beneath the Third Mainland Bridge. There are some people surrounding it. Now, what happened before this scene? This hilux, when the market in Adeneji closed, it just went there, carried passengers inside the bucket of the hilux. So as they were coming on the Third Mainland Bridge, it was trying to overtake a trailer, and that was how it mistakenly hit the pavement. Then the trailer just tumbled. And when it tumbled, some people fell inside the Third Mainland Bridge. So as I speak to you now, it's possible that there are some people living lifeless. There are some people that are the way go already by inside that Third Mainland Bridge water. Maybe their body will come up in like 2-3 days. Right? Now, the ones that are on top of the Third Mainland Bridge, they sustained injury. Some people fell and they hit their head broke and open. Because that's why I had to censor some part of the video. Now, the first people that arrived this scene are the LASMA. What did LASMA do when they got there? According to the person that sent me the video, he said the first thing LASMA did, that LASMA tried to tow the vehicle first. Now, LASMA, human being on the ground, how far? Is the hilux what's more than the life of the people that are like living, sitting down on the ground? Some of them don't almost buy, some of them don't buy. Some of them need emergency hospital attention. That's number one on LASMA. So the guy said he saw the scene and he decided to park. The guy is an EFCC personnel. He decided to park and say, what's going on? Let's rush these people to the hospital. Now, because he drives a Camry, he said, okay, my car cannot carry much. Let me carry the amount of people I can carry. Then he started stopping cars. That please help. Cars were just passing. They didn't care. Where is the humanity in people? And how did we get to this point? This is not Nigerians. We are not like this. He started begging people, please stop, help. 2 ambulances, according to him, private hospital ambulances, that they just looked at the scene and they passed. I understand that it's a private hospital, but where is the humanity?
Can you guys imagine? So LASMA arrived there. Their first point of issue, the thing will concern them, not to move vehicle. What of the people, bodies that were lying on the floor, injured people? Now vehicle they want to tow.
Finally, somebody stopped. Somebody with a cross store. That was how 2 of them. They joined us together and they took them to Gbagada Hospital. Now, this is what happened in Gbagada Hospital. What do you mean?
You saw people here say it's going to buy drugs in Nigeria, a government hospital. What does that? If it's your brother, will you say that? What the fuck?
You know what? The actions of the people in hospital, this is similar to the one that I shared the video a few days ago, where they brought accident victims and they not like there's no glove and they are moving nonchalantly. Have they ever seen like this? Have they ever thought that? Have they ever thought that one day it could be their family members that will be brought in there, or it could be their family members that could be taken to another hospital and people will act nonchalantly till their last breath, till they will take their last breath? If you don't want to do the job of a nurse or a doctor, get out of the freaking profession. And this is Gbagada Hospital is a government hospital. Guys, listen to yourself. Listen yourself.
So we should have left them there to die.
Listen, you tell me whether this is the time for video.
We'll see now.
Please. Hello, please.
I'll get a number for you.
Nigeria, where we get?
We go see now. We go see.
Now you ask yourself that why are they even debating? When some people are lying lifeless inside the boot of cars, they are debating because the hospital is saying that who is going to pay for their hospital bills.
Can you imagine?
People, they die.
It's a government hospital in the first place. You will have thought that, oh, ask them victims, let's save their lives, right? But no. Continue hearing the shocker, guys.
People, they die. Public hospital for that matter. How much is the money? How much is the money? How much? How much you won't collect where if you watch the life of human being? The lady in the boots later buy.
That's sad. They
The
could have
lady in
saved
the
that.
boots later buy. That the doctor even said they should go and lock the gates.
Can you imagine?
And they should not bring in more people.
Doctor said they should go, and I understand if they've gone above their capacity, but what happens to at least assessing them, assessing their injury to be sure that it is not life-threatening, give them first aid, and then maybe advise them to take them to maybe the nearest hospital. You know, that is after you've already done your life-saving job. Assess their injuries. If I know, as when I'm saying assess their injuries, as a doctor, you would want to assess that, oh, okay, can this person make it to the next hospital in an hour without anything happening to them? That is part of the judgment as a doctor, and an hospital will have to do, right? But you guys are very dark, they're saying that the doctor said they should even lock the gates. They should not bring in more patients. They should not bring in more accident victims. Like I said, I understand if they've already reached their quota or the capacity that they could take, but what happened to giving first aid, assessing that their life is fine, that they'll be fine till they reach the nearest hospital? But no, a doctor whose job is to save lives is saying that hospital gates should be shut. That doctor, if they eventually find him, should be sacked and reported to the medical whatever they have in Nigeria.
General hospital that is built with taxpayers' money. Where is the humanity? Some of our doctors and all those hospitals where these things happen. If there's a wedding today, you people contribute money to bash, okay. Sometimes you contribute money for parties. But for human being life, even if they don't have money to pay, can't you treat them? Say you want Nigeria to grow, but you are not ready to contribute your own quota for the growth of the country. Where's the humanity in you? This is your fellow countryman. Where's the humanity in you? So you go back home and you sleep fine? As somebody you would have helped. You said the person who is going to pay. Now, while they were there, another woman still brought in some victims of the accident from the Third Milan Bridge in her Honda Pilot. She brought in those people, and then there was this man that needed blood. They actually rushed that one into the hospital because that one looked like very soon he would die. They rushed him inside. The hospital said that they don't have blood. People said, how come?
Can you imagine? Hospital don't get blood. There's a lot of there's a lot of things going wrong in our Nigerian hospitals. How would hospital not have blood? Do they now have an internal blood bank? Like in every hospital, there should be a supply, there should be a facility where there's already blood in case there's an emergency victim that, or they would have to, infuse blood or transfuse blood or something. How can a hospital not have blood? And this is not the first time I'm hearing stories like this where there's been a case of even the patient they brought in, I think a pregnant woman who was brought in, and they said to the husband, we don't have blood. The husband had to travel to another location to go and buy blood from there and then take that blood to just how does an hospital not have blood bank within their hospital? How, guys, please help me make this make sense. Help me make this make sense. Eh? Please help me make this make sense. It's a different case that people are being slaughtered by herdsmen. And now, yes, like I said, accidents do happen, but hospitals in Nigeria is more or less like schools where nothing is working. Nothing is working.
General hospital no get blood. How come? That there is blood, but they have to pay. Okay, bring the blood.
Now there's blood, but they have to pay. It's like Nigerian hospitals in Nigeria, they don't care about saving human lives. That's just it. They don't care. So the next life or the next death to happen now is brought by road accident in Nigeria. And when that person have an accident, that person is going to die because one, if you manage to get the person to an hospital, the hospital would not. They'll probably tell you. They will still give them this nonchalant attitude. If you even go to the hospital without being an accident victim and you maybe have an illness, they might misdiagnose you. So is this a case of doctors are not competent enough when it comes to diagnosing patients, and in accident victim cases they just don't want to treat, like they are not trauma doctors, they are not trauma nurses, they don't want to treat. Like I said, if you know you're not capable of doing this job, if you know you're not fit of doing this job, get out of the bloody job. Let us know those who are actually willing, those who are ready and willing to do this job.
Much that is 50,000. The people checked their pockets and what they had was 40,000. They gave these people, they said they can't take 40,000, that is 50,000 naira. Cut the long story short, the guy died.
See, because of 10,000 naira. Because of 10,000 naira.
Boy, when I just pray, in Nigeria, no happen to you. You go understand why we dey talk for media. You go understand why we dey shout. In Nigeria, no happen to you. You go understand how typical Nigerian dey. You blame the government. The government does not have power over what you are meant to do at this particular time. Do you even know this person that they brought?
Not at all. Exactly.
Some people just they were good Samaritans. They did their own quota. They brought in these people to the hospital. The least you can do is to bring them. Okay, if at the end of the day they don't have money to pay, if you not contribute to that money, pay for that person. Contribute to that money, pay. As the hospital people will not go buy, they made the person, when the person don't do okay, you can tell the person that will pay for you, that you'll be sweeping here for the next 5 years. But the person is alive, and you are happy seeing the person that I saved his life and you sweep. I think it's better off. Because you people contribute money for a lot of things every day. I understand. It is your own money. Nobody is supposed to be entitled to. But this is human being. This is human life.
They don't care.
Gbagada General Hospital.
They don't care.
And to the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Those ones.
I thought there are supposed to be ambulances on that Third Mainland Bridge. And policemen.
You guys are from when the VERYDARKMAN was saying that even 2 private ambulances drove by and people tried to stop them to help. They did not stop. Yes, we understand it was a private hospital ambulance, but they could have used that vehicle to convey people to hospital. I know people say, oh, it's easier said than done. If anything happens along the road now, the person will carry victim, now the police go blame. These are accident victims. And whoever is willing to help is willing to ensure that that life is not like they don't lose that life. Oh God.
There. Because that road is so big. Then lastly, you see, anytime when they drive, I see all those people where they go Maraba Nyanya for Abuja, they'll park themselves on top e-logs. And they always fear. And they ask myself, say, what if this e-logs go do mistake? Now it don't happen now. Now it don't happen now. Because anything can happen. Now, some people go there inside that Third Mainland. Some people fell inside the Third Mainland Bridge water. Some people go there 2-3 days now. Human being body will come outside. What's your own quarter to the growth of Nigeria? I asked this. Nigeria cannot grow unless if we collectively do it together. And little things like this is what keeps the country going. In a country where the government don't do much for you. Where is the humanity in you? How much is the money?
So you guys heard that sad story there of, human lives. And like I said, this is not the first time we've seen stories like this of accident happening. People are now People are now helping, which is great. People are now helping, which is great. But then, in this instance where people actually need the help, people are not willing. Guys, you know what? I'm tired. I am tired. I am tired. Guys, I'm just gonna go. I just brought this in. Like, please, if you're watching this live stream back, what suggest what could be done, especially that road, that they got that been done, that third mainland bridge. I've only well, I don't think I can even drive if I go to Nigeria because I can't. Their roads, the way they drive like mad people. Some people, I'm sorry, Nigerians, but some of you drive crazy. That's why I said from the beginning of this live stream that come when you are driving, only know that you are the only one that your head is correct that is on the road. Other people that are driving, their head no correct though because you don't know whatever if they might have on that. I mean, whatever might be influencing them while they are driving. And with that being said, when that third mainland bridge, something has to be done there. Maybe an ambulance should be stationed there. Maybe an ambulance should be stationed at the beginning of it and at the bottom of it. So at least if there's a report of an accident, people first aid can quickly. I mean, people there'll be first responder, just like we have here in diaspora. If any accident happens, if it means maybe if it is not a major, if it is not a bigger accident that involve multiple people, maybe one or two people, there's something we call um first responder. So even before there are times whereby yes, there's been times where ambulance are not even available at times. Yeah, yes, it's true. Here in diaspora, there have been times where you call ambulance, it will take ambulance 5 hours before they come to you to come and pick you at home or to come and see you. But in most cases, I remember the last time I felt sick, maybe that was about a year and a half ago. I thought my enemy was having a heart attack, and then they sent a first responder home, and that first responder will be a paramedic in a private vehicle. That private vehicle will still say ambulance on it, but it will be just one person, and that person is more than efficient to care for you. And then if they're able to see, by the time they attend to you and they decide that you are needing to go to the hospital, they will be the one to now phone an ambulance, and that ambulance, trust me, that ambulance will arrive under 5 minutes because it depends on the report that this person has given to say, you know what, this person, this is what I suspect, and they have to be in the hospital as soon as possible. Trust me, ambulance will arrive in 5 minutes. Can we not just do the same in Nigeria as well, especially on that road? Let maybe two ambulances be stationed there, or let maybe a single paramedic in a single vehicle, maybe like a small car, what that is equipped to offer, emergency care. Maybe somebody is bleeding, you can, suppress their bleeding. There should be one at the beginning of that road, of that bridge, and one at the bottom of that bridge. And if there's any event that any accident has been reported, they will be the first person to arrive there and then go on to further call to say, you know what, there's been a major accident. We need more hands on ground. Can you send this? Because Nigerians, yes, I know Nigerians are going through a lot, and some people, yes, they would even want to help. They will say, this person that I carry come up for accident victim, where see they breathe. If I carry the person come out now, say I carry them go hospital. If they die before I reach hospital, don't be wild with that. I understand the fears of other people, but when it involves multiple people, it was daytime. It's daytime. You guys saw from that video that Very Dark Man shared that the accident happened about daytime, and by the time they got to Gbagada hospital, it was already nighttime. So you can imagine, and yes, from the lives that people took there, they said the woman, the one that was even behind the boat, that the woman died. It could have been internal bleeding internal bleeding that they could have stopped, even by even positioning the lady very well. But hospital just, guys, I'm gonna go. All I'm just gonna say is pray that Nigeria do not happen to you, and pray that Nigerians do not happen to, because yes, there are some cases you find some good Nigerians who would help you, who would go all the lengths to help you, and there are some people who just don't care. They just don't care. So these are the part of the prayer now that everywhere you go, God, when I'm going out, do not let Nigeria happen to me, and do not let Nigerians happen to me, guys. I'm gonna go. I just brought that news this morning. Like I said, if you're watching this action back, please suggest what you think could be done for that road or on that road. Please suggest what could be done on that bridge, because we don't even know the ones that fell in the water. We don't even know how those ones, if they will be going to go and search for their body, or they will just wait till their body comes up. Hello, and that's expression. I'm just running up because I'm pissed, honestly. So the ones that fell into the water, we don't know if they will be sending people out to go and search for their bodies, or they are just going to ignore until the water brings up their body. We don't know. It's just Amina said in Nigeria, when you go out and get back home safely, it's a testimony, big testimony. I can imagine, big testimony. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna go and like I said, condolences to those people who lost their lives. And Gbagada Hospital is meant to be a government hospital, but yes, they still did what they still messed up at the end of the day. They still failed Nigerians. Like, can imagine a doctor saying they should shut the gates to an hospital. What happens to assessing them? Oh, this one, okay, heart rate is fine, temperature is fine, blah blah blah. You can transport this person to the nearest hospital. We don't have facilities here. Why not do that? Or you are saying they should shut hospital gates? Like Nigeria, Nigerians, Nigerian hospital, help us make it make sense. Help us make it make sense. Help us make it make sense. Yes, the government cannot do it all. We as Nigerians, we are asking for, we are praying that help, that Nigeria should get better. But how will Nigeria get better when even we ourselves, we are not willing to show ourselves love? Just like what that man said, if it's Ashwebi now, yes, we can buy Ashwebi. Which is a partner, we can go there and spray bundles. But you know what, guys, let me go. I'll see you guys later. And please like and share as you come in. And yeah, thank you guys. See you later. Bye.